I'm Sian.
I'm Laura.
And I'm Alice.
We're a theatre company of three, telling stories around the whole country. But now we're stuck at home with just a microphone. Welcome to Stories from the...
Wait. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Blackmail, earthquakes on the Richter scale.
Farmland, one-man band, chickens getting out of hand. Vintage cars, rock stars, cider at the bar.
Cake mix, politics, stories from the sticks.
You're listening to Stories from the Sticks. Whilst we can't be on the road, we're bringing stories from the road to you. Episode 5, Beatrice the Car.
Hi guys. I'm
Hello.
Beatrice. This
Hello.
is crazy.
Morning. I can't believe you're here. I've waited
know.
so long.
I'm so excited. I'm really excited. Are we all right though?
Yeah.
It's so nice to put a voice to the vehicle.
I know, it's nice to have a little chat, to be honest. Sometimes I feel like I'm talking to myself most of the time.
Oh, you're not. You know, we do answer sometimes.
Sometimes you do.
And we talk to you all the time, and I mean, I feel like spiritually you respond, but not always verbally.
Oh, I do. I definitely, in my head at least, I'm saying it. But you guys chatter a lot. I'm like, oh, did they hear me? I don't know. They're just kind of carrying on with it. I don't know. No, I'm joking. It's lovely. It's lovely. You've got a lot of energy. A lot of energy between you.
Would you start by explaining what you are?
Of course I can. Hello to everyone listening. I am Beatrice. I'm a silver Ford Fiesta. Unfortunately, I'm not looking my best today as I still haven't been hoovered like you've been promising for the past 6 months. I'm joking.
Yeah, sorry about that, Beatrice. Could you describe where you are at the moment?
Of course. So I'm parked by the curb on a small road in Exeter.
Yes.
I've got this big minivan in front of me, so I can't actually see much, which is a pity. But I can hear all sorts of people chattering away as they walk up and down the street. And then at the weekend, we'll be off to Morrison's. So I guess my parking space will probably change after that.
Yeah, it probably will. Living in a city, parking spots can sometimes be quite hard to come by. But I've left you in some interesting places over the years.
Honestly, the places you leave me, I've been squeezed into all sorts of ridiculous spots and left me to fend for myself, haven't you? On the university campus, friends' driveways and church car parks. Oh God! If people pass, I just have to stay quiet and hope nobody notices me.
Well, they did notice you because I got this angry note from a lady at the church. So, yeah, we probably won't be parking there again.
No, fortunately, it's been fully legal for a while now.
So, Beatrice, can you tell our listeners more about how you know Scratchworks?
Well, I'm your car. I'm their car. I'm the Scratchworks company car. Not in some sort of corporate way. I don't have your faces splashed across my bonnet. No, that would be silly, wouldn't it? No, but I drive you all around the country to rehearsals, to performances, to the shops for emergency snacks. Ever since you started, I've been there.
And how long ago was that?
Oh, about 7 years ago. Because I'm Laura's car. You see, Laura hadn't driven in years, so she had to remember how to drive me. And there were some very dodgy 12-point turns in the beginning.
So true.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? You know.
Yeah.
But you know, soon enough, we were driving to rehearsals every evening, not getting back till very late, and then after a few months, you started filling me with all these clothes and furniture and strange objects and things with lots of wires. And I realised that you weren't just going to be driving friends down to the beach. You all had some very strange uses in mind for me.
Are there any particular strange journeys that you can remember?
Oh, well, there's been hundreds. Hundreds. Well, I still haven't gotten over the drive from Exeter all the way to Edinburgh. Edinburgh. No, I'm not good at accents. That's not my thing. That's your thing. I just thought I'd give it a go. It was awful. Anyway, we'll forget that, Edinburgh. So that was all for the fringe. I mean, who needs a haircut that badly? Shan, look at you in your fringe, eh? Oh, no, I'm joking. So that was a, 982-mile round journey. And we were stuffed to the brim full of set. I had props squeezed in all sorts of awkward places, you know, but with just enough room for Laura to be wedged in the driver's seat, belting out those show tunes to keep herself entertained. And, you know, let's just say the winner does not always take it all. Okay, so, well, there's actually a game. Oh, I could go on forever, I could, but this is my life, you see. There is a game I like to play. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. If you're playing a song,
Yeah.
and I'm indicating, and it matches up with the tempo, the beat of the song.
Yeah.
Oh, the thrill of it. And to take it to the next level, if the windscreen wipers are also in time, oh my goodness, it's
You're like our own metronome.
I thought of a dirty thing to say then, but I'm keeping it clean. But if all three sync up, magic.
Especially
Magic.
with the car, like if it's night and the indicator is going, like it's a car party, isn't it?
Oh, it is. It's like a disco for me. And sometimes
having a
I think,
great
is that car going to get involved? I don't know. But the way that cars work, it's very technical, but each car has its own tempo. So you might think it's matching up for a few beats, but then it goes on its own. But that I won't get into that. That's technical car stuff you might not understand.
No,
You're all very clever. You're so clever. I'm not putting you down. I'm joking. It's fine.
No, I've never been very good at the car technicalities when we go to the garage and they
it takes
say all
years.
this stuff.
You
never
try
do.
though, don't you, Laura?
I
You
do.
try. We've had some funny moments where you've got it very wrong, but it's, that's normal. You're learning. It's fine to make mistakes, even if it's detrimental to me and my life. I'm joking. That sounded horrible. That sounded mean. I'm getting all excited. Sorry, Laura. We have a good time. I've lasted this long.
We do. Part of the family.
What about your car horn, Beatrice? How do you feel when Laura toots the horn?
Oh, I love it. I know we're up for something exciting because, some people they use their horn quite a lot, beep, beep, here I come. And I've never been one of those. I don't think, Laura, would you say you beep a lot? I don't think you do.
No, I think it's very aggressive. So I'm not a big. I mainly pull "you're an idiot" face at people if they've been an idiot.
Right.
Very rarely
yeah.
does the horn come out.
No, so when it does, it like makes me jump. I'm like, good Lord, what's going on? What's happening? Something exciting. I'm ready for their chase. You know, I'm ready. I'm ready for action, for a fight.
I'm not
I don't know.
impressed. Yeah,
No.
if I toot a horn, we know something serious has gone down.
Something is. You said it. So it's quite a thrill.
Well, you've driven us all over the place. Do you mind telling us what your mileage is?
That's a rude question, isn't it, Shan, to ask? No, I'm joking. That's fine. I am 120,000 miles and still feeling fabulous. No, you just found out why I don't join in with your singing, haven't you? Goodness.
Oh, you definitely are fabulous. You could say
thank you, Laura.
you're more of a mature vehicle. Do you sometimes struggle with the demands of the job?
Well, I'm no Fiat 500, but I can still zip around the A303 when I need to. Yeah, I've just had to accept that I'll get up that hill when I get there, you know, and no big angry lorry behind me is going to make me apologise for it. And I think it's very sweet, you know, you all cheer me on when I need to take it slow. When we go to those muddy festivals and, you know, we all have to hold our breath driving across those boggy fields, hoping I won't get stuck. Oh, you know, you're always ready to get out and push me home. But we haven't needed to, yet.
Are you social with other cars? Do you get on with other cars well?
Oh, very well. I love having a chat. I do. Not everyone responds. I think I don't know. Some people are just like, I'm driving. I don't want to chat. And I'm like, okay, have a good drive. But I love if there's a bit of traffic. You're like, hello. Where are you from? I love that. I love getting to know the other cars. And that's one thing when we go around and I'm parked up. You don't know who's going to park next to you, and they've got a different story. They've been, you know, they've come from somewhere else, and you get to have a chat. And that's what keeps me company while you guys are, you know, doing what you're doing, not in the car. You know, I've got a life outside of you lot.
What's the most interesting car you've met?
The most interesting car? Oh, well, probably he called himself Montgomery. And I remember because I thought, Montgomery? Uri. It's a lot. I don't know. I really, that stuck with me for the rest of the drive, to be honest. I don't remember much else about him, but the name just took me. It really took me.
It's a great name.
And I still struggled to get myself around why you'd call a car that.
So, Beatrice, what about all those journeys where we got lost? There's been quite a few.
Oh, yeah, tell me about it. Tom is so bossy. He always thinks he knows best. Classic man, eh? No, I'm joking. You know, I mean, I'll follow his lead most of the time. He's okay at motorways and roundabouts, but when it comes to actually finding a village hall, he is so vague. I end up going back and forth, usually up a tiny high street with endless 3-point turns, not good for my insides. And I'm thinking, humans, ignore the machine and look at the signs. No, I mean, it is fun, though. It is fun. And that last bit where we're nearly there, and it's like a treasure hunt. And someone says, keep your eyes peeled. I've never understood that. What is that?
Eyes peeled? I don't know. It's just something people say.
Okay. It's weird. But yeah, I can feel, everyone is sitting up in their seats and looking out my windows. And when we find it and pull into the tiny car park, well, I feel like the Queen's chariot riding down the Mall to Buckingham Palace. Very important passengers have arrived.
Oh, the really sleepy and mildly car-sick passengers have arrived.
Yeah, sometimes.
Do you happen to remember the night we drove back from Gloucester?
How could I forget, Sian? How could I forget? Now, diversions are any mature car's worst nightmare. Extra miles, uncharted territory, and it was so late that night. So it was April 2016? Yeah, and I remember you were all squeezed in, every seat taken, boot full, 109 miles on the way there, so a reasonable 2-hour drive home. I was happily cruising at a comfy 67 on the M5, and then I remember seeing through my beams all these lines of cones and yellow signs and arrows. And now night driving's quite limited, so you only see what your beams touch, of course. And it can be quite scary when you're my age. My beams are not what they used to be. And not when you compare it to these fancy new LEDs all the Range Rovers are so proud of. Anyway, I'm going off track. So we pulled off the M5 near Bristol, off the nice simple route onto the back roads. Now, Tom was useless. He kept telling Laura to turn me around and go back to the M5. Idiot. Anyway, instead, we started following this rhombus on the signs. Follow the rhombus, you all kept saying. And we tried, but after a while, I couldn't see the bloody rhombus anymore. Sorry, can I say bloody on this?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, bloody rhombus anymore. It was just triangle signs now. Well, that was no use. No use. And after about a circuit of 16 miles, we were back to where we started. Back at that big roundabout with all those cones and signs. Absolute carnage. Do you get it? Carnage.
Oh, no.
I even got myself there. That was fun. I'll use that one again, I think. Anyway. So I got you home eventually. I'm not quite sure how, but yes, that was a very tiring night, but memorable, And I don't blame myself on nights like that. I mean, you can't really, can you? I'm just following instructions. You lot have to point me in the right direction and I'll get you home. And that's my job after all. Of course, my worst days are when I let you down. Like when I was feeling pretty grim and I started dripping gear oil in Warminster. Oh, you noticed it, didn't you?
I did, Beatrice. I was worried about you.
Oh, I felt so silly, up on the car lift in that garage, just old and broken. And then, of course, you left me.
Oh, Beatrice, we had to get to Cornwall that day.
No, I know, but you swapped me, You left me on the Marsh Barton Industrial Estate and jumped in that fancy Volkswagen Golf estate. And I don't even know her name. Just went off with her. Off she went, doing my journeys to Cornwall and back up to Wiltshire. And how can I compete with a freshly valeted, souped-up hire car? I bet she had park assist and a Bluetooth radio. Was she comfy?
Yeah, it was pretty comfy.
Yeah, quite spacious.
I knew it.
It was nice. Yeah, but I came back for you though, didn't I? Got you all fixed, looking nice.
You did. To be fair, you did. You fixed my gearbox seals. You know, I'm getting on. And if you don't treat me with a bit of pampering and sprucing every now and then, what do you expect?
I feel you must have, well, you've seen a lot of sides of us as a company, right? With all the journeys.
I have. You know, I think I don't only experience the physical journey with you, you know, the taking you from A to B, but also the emotional journeys.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know, I've gotten quite good at telling what kind of day you've had or what kind of day it's going to be for you. So my radio was broken for a while. I don't know if I mentioned that. Did I? I don't know. But anyway, when it was broken, Shan, she would bring a speaker or play music off her phone. And, if the Disney playlist started, which came out for all the long trips, I knew you were all pumped, you know, excited. Maybe you were doing a show that day.
That is true. A lot of Disney.
A lot of Disney.
Is that I'll Make a Man Out of You?
Yeah.
From Mulan.
Yes, that's the one.
Amazing.
You sing that a lot. I think, you know, I actually think it's always a bit risky when the Disney soundtrack comes on, because I worry that you'll lose your voices. I do. When you go at it.
Yeah, we can get quite overexcited.
You definitely can. Oh, but it's fun, isn't it? It is fun. And it's great to hear you all having fun alongside me. And I'd love to join in, but I don't know the words. You know, I don't know them. And I don't know, when it gets really late and you've all gone a bit weird. Weirder, I should say.
Yeah.
I'm joking. But Alice and Laura, you start singing hymns. And again, that was when my radio was still broken. But I think even if it wasn't broken, they'd still sing hymns. And now, Shan, question for you. I never knew why you didn't join in.
What, with the hymns?
Yeah.
I can't really remember why myself. Maybe because I don't really know that many, and I don't know. They get a bit annoying after a while.
What? How is Lord of the Dance at midnight annoying in any way?
Don't stand wherever you may be.
I am the Lord of the Dance. And I did
Stop, Beatrice.
Shh. That's what it's like. That was a real taster of what it's like, isn't it? Oh,
We've got a lot more. We've got those.
Sorry, listeners. What does it feel like on other days?
Other days, well, you know, if you've had a tough day, you're all very quiet. Sometimes there is music playing, but it's different, you know. No one's really listening to it, but I guess it fills the silence, and sometimes there's none at all. You know, you're just left alone with our thoughts. But I'm always very conscious on those days, making sure you've got a smooth journey. I avoid potholes where I can, less swerving. You know, I get you home safe.
Can I ask, what do you think will happen to you after all of this?
Afterlife or after Scratchworks? Well, after Scratchworks, a rest, hopefully. No, I'm joking. You've definitely taken me on some adventures, and for that, I'm really grateful. You know, I've got to see so much of the country, but yes, I'm looking forward to a rest. Maybe go live with someone who only needs me for essential errands like food shopping, popping into town. You know, nothing too far and no more heavy loads of set. Oh God, no, I sound like I'm complaining now. No, it's nice to have been used to my full potential. You know, I've led a full life, you know. But I have heard you talking about swapping me for a van. And you always whisper it around me. I know you don't want to hurt my feelings. But I think it's a good thing. You know, moving on. Change. And a van would be far more practical. And I would be content, you know, tucked away in a garage until someone needs me, with the occasional car wash. No, I'm joking. You wash me every now and then. But that would be lovely, you know, that would be just right. And after life, well, I don't really believe in car heaven. I think some of my parts are still in good nick. You know, the radio, that only got fixed recently. So I'd like to think bits would be reused, you know, help another car out. But I'm not scared of the end. No. I mean, what is there to be scared of, really? I've lived life in the fast lane. That's a phrase you use, isn't it? Life in the fast lane. Am I saying it right? Is that how you use it?
Yeah.
Sorry. Well, yeah, I have. You know, I don't want to be constantly fixed up and tweaked and have bits of me constantly replaced. No. Then I think, what of me would be left? No, I'll go quietly and contently, but preferably in a garage.
Beatrice, that's really dark.
Oh, no, I didn't mean it like that, Laura, you know.
You just had your MOT.
I know, I have.
Oh, you're not going anywhere yet. You've got a tank full of petrol, and hopefully sometime soon we'll all be back on the road, driving around.
And I can't wait.
Singing hymns.
No hymns.
You and your hymns, eh?
She loves them.
I know, we can't wait. But for now, I am enjoying my rest. And don't forget my weekly trip to Morrison's.
And that was Beatrice the Car. We hope you enjoyed it. This episode was actually inspired by another podcast called Everything is Alive, created by Ian Chillag. Everything is Alive is an interview show where all the interviewees are inanimate objects, from Jennifer the newspaper to Louis the can of cola. This award-winning show is witty, moving and wonderfully absurd. They haven't paid us to say this, but hey, credit where credit's due. Check it out at everythingisalive.com. You have been listening to Stories from the Sticks, created by Scratchworks Theatre Company. Beatrice the Car was played by Charlotte Warner. She's an actor, voiceover artist and co-founder of theatre company Telltale Tits. Find out more at charlottewarner.com. We'd like to say thank you to Acast for hosting the podcast.
You can sign up to the Scratchworks mailing list on our website to keep up to date with our news, as well as exclusive content such as podcast bloopers, rando factos and lots more. Or find us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Plus, if you're in need of an afternoon activity, we would like you to creatively respond to the question, if your town or village was a dessert, what would it be? Check them out, as we've already had some delicious submissions. Get creative and send us photos of your drawings, paintings, poems, songs or even baked goods, and we'll display them in our online gallery. Episode 6 will be on its way very soon.